Some people say Omega is worthless, and I'll try to explain that theory best I can. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. The Watch Dad here. I know it's been a minute. I think maybe 4 or 5 months since I've last been on here. I think last time I was talking about uh, my San Martin homage to the Tudor Black Bay GMT Pepsi. Um, that's gone. Different story. I promise I will, in my next video, I'm going to do a state of the collection, what's changed, my thoughts on things my thoughts on watches and Tudor specifically, my change of heart I've had. But that's what happens in this hobby. As you evolve, as you grow, as you learn, uh, you tend to change your mindset on certain things. But that's for a different day. Today, I want to talk about Omega, or Omega, as Daniel Craig says. First things first, watch check, wrist check. No Time to Die, Seamaster. Um, yeah, so I pretty much want to talk about why not a lot of people, but some people tend to say that Omega is not worthless, but it doesn't keep its value. It's overrated, things like that. I don't want to get into who says those things or what type of watch enthusiasts say these things, because I mean it's all over the place. But I just want to talk about kind of the truth in that, and that Omega doesn't retain its value specifically to that because it's not worthless. They're phenomenal watches. I don't want to make this long, but build quality, movement quality, Omega is right there with Rolex. Tudor's right there with. I mean, they're all, I would say, pretty much the same. Um, don't quote me on this, but I do want to say, I mean, as far as movements, I think power reserve right now, the newer Rolexes and the newer Omegas are pretty much around the same. Maybe the newer Rolex movements have a little bit more power reserve, but I'm not sure. But I do think that when it comes to like anti-magnetism in the movement, I think Omega has Rolex beaten by far in that aspect. Um, like I said, Omega makes fantastic movements. They're all in-house movements now. Um, but as far as the reason why people think that they're worthless and why it's a fact that they don't retain their value. And I think it's because Omega, their brand and their watches, they're accessible. You can buy the stuff online. I mean, if you go on Rolex's website, I don't think you can buy a Rolex online. You have to go to a boutique to buy a Rolex. You have to go to an AD. Omega, you can go to the boutique, but you can also buy whatever Omega watch you want online. Um, I think there might be a handful of Omegas that are not readily accessible or available. I know, I want to say the Snoopy is one that you cannot buy. I'm pretty sure if you go to the store, you're not going to be able to, it won't be there for you to buy. I know online, because I just checked, it's not available online. But that's the thing with Omega. It's accessible. Like you can pretty much buy almost any Omega on their website and you'll have it in 2 days. Uh, that and the fact that their lineup is just it's out of control. Like you have 78 Seamasters and 78 variations. You have the Aquaterra Seamaster in 78 colors. The Speedmaster in a variety of colors. The Constellations, the DeVilles, they're all in like 80 colors. So I think that kind of hurts. It kind of hurts Omega because they have all these watches in all these colors available any day. So I think that's what hurts their resale value and the reason why they don't retain their value. Um, like I said, you can go on to any uh, Joma shop, for instance, uh, brand new Omegas, slightly used Omegas. they're selling under sometimes $1,000 under retail. Specifically, I'll tell you this: this No Time to Die Omega. I think it's on the titanium bracelet. I think it's $10,000 still at Omega. Um, I think the NATO strap version is 1,000 ish less on Omega's website. But Joma Shop, you can get the same brand new Omega on a NATO strap. I don't think they have it on the titanium mesh, but with the NATO strap, I think they're going for like $6,000 brand new. When Omega's selling them at their boutique for what, 8, 9. So it's things like that. I'm talking brand new Omegas, $1,000 under retail on third party stores. And that's what you don't see with Rolex. And I want to say Tudor doesn't. I think they hold their value a little bit more, and I think it's because, and it's not that they're better than Omega, because they're not. In my opinion, my humble opinion, you have Rolex up here. Um, because of their exclusivity, it's that much on a different tier than Omega, just because of the exclusivity. Because if Omega were to cut down their how many watches they make a year and the colors and the variations, they probably wouldn't sell as much, but their stuff would be worth more because they have less of them. Um, and I think Tudor is below Omega. Um, so, so that being said, like I said, Joma Shop to be specific, you can get some Tudors, some brand new Tudors, slightly under retail if you were to buy them from Tudor. They don't. I don't think they're that much less. Uh, I, I don't think they have that much of a drastic change like Omega does on secondhand or third parties, because Tudor doesn't make as many variations like Omega does. Um, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, and I'm pretty sure you guys all know that, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it as well, and talk about how I think Omega hurts itself uh, in that aspect. Then again, if you're like a true enthusiast, it shouldn't matter what the watch is worth after you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not buying a watch because it holds its value or because I want to resell it one day. I'm buying the watch because I really want the watch. Um, so that's just my 2 cents in that. And again, just because that's kind of fresh off on my head, and I wanted to talk about that. And to get back into making videos, I thought this would be an interesting topic. Um, now that I'm talking about that, just one last thing to add. Uh, yeah, I mean, Omega being what it is, and how it doesn't retain value like that, it's still a top luxury brand. Like if you were watching the Golden Globes earlier this week, and if you follow Hodinkee, you saw that Hodinkee had their Instagram posts on the watches that people were wearing at the Golden Globes. And I want to say that most of their pictures on their Instagram are people wearing Omegas. Uh, for the most part, they were wearing a bunch of different ones. I don't think I saw anybody wearing a Tudor. Um, uh, no hate on Tudor, because I have a Tudor and I fucking love it. But I'm just saying, I think for the most part, people were wearing Omegas at the Golden Globes, and it just goes to show you that people that know their watches, they love Omega. Um, so yeah, guys. That's pretty much it. I didn't want to make it a long video. I just wanted to get back in there and make a video and talk about something. Hopefully this helps. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like, it helps me a lot.